welcome back to Valheim. This is day 8 of our Cosy 5-year anniversary update playthrough, and you'll notice that there's some beautiful mountains behind me. We're not exactly where we were and where our little base is, which is somewhere down here. We've moved around a lot in this. This is like the indecisive playthrough. Originally, we spawned up here, and I was looking for somewhere to live, yada yada yada, found a Vegvisir for the Elder, thought, let's go to the Elder Forest. I'm bound to find the trader there. That's usually my method for finding a trader, and it usually works, like 9 times out of 10, 99% out of 100. Honestly, it happens, it works. And there's also like a swamp here. I was like, okay, cool, maybe we can live here. But there's a really tiny little bit of meadows here. Look how teeny tiny the meadows is here. It is very cute little spot. Nice for like an outpost, but not really for like a main base. It doesn't leave me with a lot of wiggle room. And I also, if I build back here, I don't want to be switching biome music and vibes partway through, you know, crossing through my living room. So I was like, where are we going to live? I don't know what to do. Oh, by the way, since then, we also did find the trader, who was right over here, the cheek, sneaky fella, on this, like, island. There's just one black forest on this island over here. And on our travels looking for the trader, we did stumble across this spot here, and I wrote on stream, base location, ? And it kind of looks wonderful. It's like a nice big strip of meadows with a black forest behind us, some mountains here. So perhaps we might get ourselves some wolves or something. You never know. We're also right on the coast, and we have access to a bunch of different places from this coast. We know because we've been sailing around. There's plains over here, plains over there. Yes, and all that good stuff. So I would like to live here. Yes, day 8, and I have finally chosen where I'm going to live. Excellent. I did a bit of a reconnoiter before the stream, and I just wanted to make sure there was some metal nearby. So there are 3 copper nodes I've located there. There was a troll there. I did unfriend off stream. You know, I'm sure he'll respawn and we'll unfriend him again today. There's also a bear there, and there's some boars here. Didn't see a 1-star boar. We do have a 1-star boar already tamed over here. Don't know what we're going to do with him. Maybe we'll put a portal down. Maybe we'll make a little boar farm. I don't know. I'm indecisive. But now, one thing at a time, we're going to do some terraforming over here. So I've decided I want to live here. We have this gorgeous little, like, peninsula thing, if that's the correct word for it, with this wonderful view. So I'd like to do something here, but I would also like to do some flattened ground with a trench around it. Normally, before I fight the Elder, I dig myself a trench around a nice big flat piece of land that I can build a house on, because once you defeat the Elder, you are eligible for swamp raids. I didn't really think about that too much before we fought the Elder. So I was at our base and I was like, oh my god, at any moment we could just get a swamp raid, and we're not really ready for that. I mean, maybe we are. We're wearing, like, you know, troll gear and stuff. We're ready to go to the swamp, technically speaking. But I would really like to fight raids on my own terms. So with the plan for today is to do some terraforming, knock down some trees. I'm going to play some music. It's just going to be one of those kind of cozy sort of streams where we just kind of yap and I just kind of get some work done, basically. And I'm going to try to get a landcake dug, which is my name for digging a trench in a big square or big rectangular area to kind of give myself a safe area from raids, whilst trying not to put 3 spawn preventing items down at the same location. Because if I put down 3 spawn preventing items like crafting benches, portals, torches, fires, beds, that kind of thing, then the game, when it's checking periodically if you're near your base, it will kind of trigger, has a chance to trigger a raid. So I'm going to try to avoid that. So if I sleep, I want to maybe move the portal, maybe move the crafting bench out here, and maybe just put down a bed and sleep. I don't know. We're going to wing it, people, in my kind of usual slapdash kind of way. So I have put a crafting bench here. I've also put a new portal here. I've called this one base. This goes directly to our home, you know, our original home. And yeah, I kind of wanted to get set up here today. I want to kind of leave this section over here. Maybe we'll do just like a separate jetty, maybe some kind of little cozy resting house or something. I don't know, but I just think this view is beautiful. But what it doesn't have is the ability for me to kind of dig a trench, and the trolls and things like that will just kind of swim along here and attack my base. So I don't really want to build right out here. So we've got this nice big long strip out here. I'd like to do some terraforming, knock down some trees, and try to make a safe area before we put down 3 spawn preventing items near each other. If I keep that in mind, hopefully we won't trigger a swamp raid while we're here. There you go. That's the plan. Now, my tools and equipment, I've got, have I got 3 picks with me? I've got 2 picks with me. I don't even know if I made 3 picks. I've got my early axes, which in spite of being level 3 and metal, only require a repair station level 1, which means I can use a level 1 workbench to repair them. And they don't require a forge, which is wonderful. I've got my bow, my shield, all that good stuff. I've also got my cultivator if I want to patch up a bit of land that I have terraformed and make it look pretty again. I've got 2 tier 3 hoes, so I don't have to worry too much about repairing those, and those only require a repair station at level 1 as well. There you go. So it is about to be dark. We're going to test my can I sleep theory. Probably what I'll do is remove the crafting bench, remove the portal, put down a fire and then a bed, and very briefly we'll have 3 spawn preventing items each time, because I've really got to have the crafting bench and the fire and the bed in order to sleep. So, you know, we're going to do that. We're just going to pick them up and put them back down again. It might not be the most efficient thing, but here we are. Right, should we start this? So let's sleep before we do anything else. Now, let me get a bit of wood actually before I do this. We're going to be clearing a lot of trees today, so I'm really glad that these axes are one, very good. Oh, we can also use, does the elder give me chopping ability? It does, doesn't it? It still gives me chopping. 60% chop for like 300 seconds, right? So 600? So I'm busy. 300 seconds, yes. Thank you very much. So yeah, we're going to end up with a bunch of wood, which we can use when we actually get around to building the house. We're going to end up with a bunch of stones, but I have also brought our stones with us over here through the portal, just so that we've got them if we need to kind of like level ground and stuff before we really start digging a trench. So really, I find if I'm going to dig a trench, it needs to be bigger than I think it does, like this, the area within. Because, you know, if you're going to have like your boars in there and your wolves in there and, you know, your plants and your crops and all that palaver and your portals and things like that, you need so much space. So really, I don't think you can really make an area big enough, or too big, I guess. Okay, so I've got a bit of wood. Let's see how we do here. So I'm going to remove the portal to begin with. Where is it? There's the portal. I'm going to move the crafting bench out here. I don't actually know if I'm going to have enough protection from the elements. What if I do this? Do I have shelter here? Yeah. So if I put down fire and then a bed. Fire, fire, fire. I'm just going to put one down behind us. And then a bed. Very briefly, we have what we need for a raid, so I've got to be careful about this. I'm crouching, so I lose aggro. Let's sleep. I'm going to have to remove that fire immediately. Fire in a bed for sleep, no sleep till Brooklyn. Cosy students, investors. Ah, hello, hello. Hello, people joining us. Pyro Queen, yes. Is this modded? This is modded with Cosy Life mods, yes. You can see the mods I like in the description, I think. Right, so let's get rid of this fire. So we are rested because we slept. Okay, so now we're down to 2 spawn preventing items. Let's take our bed away. That is gone, which means I don't have a spawn point, but my spawn is like, you know, on this island. So we're not too worried about that. And we're going to put our crafting bench back in here so I can use it for repairs. And beautiful. Clockwork, people, clockwork. Can I remember to do all those things? Or am I making my life too difficult? Yes, definitely. So I'm going to also put my portal back here as well. Not that I'm probably not going to use the portal very often, but it's just kind of for storage. I'm actually going to put the portal slightly downhill. So if I'm ever over encumbered, what are we doing here? This is called base. There you go. Yeah, if we're ever over encumbered, we can easily just walk through there. All right, so let's get to work, shall we? I could do with a box or 2 for my wood. Let me get some appropriate work music going. Anybody who's watched my stream for a long time will recognise this. Oh, I never turned the volume up, actually. I had a very quiet intro music. Let me check my levels. Should be fine. Squeakaphone, can I help you? What do you want? What is it? She's like clockwork, friendos. Can you hear the music? Is that alright, friendos? Is it usual? Shall I check my stream? Yeah, that seems okay. Squeaky, may I close the door? Does that meet your Royal Highness's approval? 1 second, friendos. I'll shut the door and then we'll get on with it. Alright. Everybody happy? Sounds fine. Good, good, good. Squeaky, John Wayne, been kicking down doors since 1955. Oh, hello, Striver, yeah. Good, 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 good. Alright. Box for the wood that we're collecting. We can also just, like, stack it as well, I suppose. Okay, I've also got my seeds as well, in case we go back briefly and then all of my crops get destroyed or something like that. I've also got some spare stackages. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so I haven't really like marked out an area. But maybe like this would be quite a nice grand kind of like entrance situation. Do 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 do. Right, let's get some trees knocked down first, so that we can see what we're working with here. It's gonna be a kind of grindy stream. Hello, Davina. Hello, hello. Hello, Electro. So yeah, I want to do a few Valheim streams this week, just so that I have less editing to do, so I can just get caught up, because I'm just so behind. I do have a video that is ready to go out tonight, and then I've just got like a bunch of things on the computer that I've just got to deal with and get off the computer, including like some of the Conan episodes as well. So it's going to be a busy week of editing. So I kind of want to, I mean, I've got day one that I want to do this week. I might not do any more till next week, just so I can kind of get situated. Hello, David. Hello, hello. The Valheim server, it's quite advanced, Vado, going down this week. Yeah, we do our Valheim servers in series, basically. We started a Valheim server with the Call to Arms update. And because it's the kind of game where you can only really have a few people, we do kind of a closed sort of server situation. And yeah, Ashen's boss will be soon, so... So we're not taking new people basically at the moment. But when we do more seasons in the future, people will like, you know, it'll be available to other people. Destruction is the name of the game today. Not so long. Have a game of the wrong way this evening. Nice. Is that a tabletop? If I play music like this, I don't have to talk as much. I can just and then think about what I'm doing. It's quite nice and relaxing for everybody. Destruction and barn building. Yeah. I don't know if I'm going to build the barn today. Look at this beautiful view. Isn't it gorgeous? Perfect. Oh, I guess I don't have to... Oh, I was meant to put these down boxes. I guess I don't need to clear all the trees, really, because the trees will kind of adjust their heights and stuff. I can just do this, actually. Oh, I need to mark this as not favourite. Is it going to work? I don't think it will, actually. Sometimes I have problems unmarking stuff as favourites. I think it's... Is it okay now? No. Okay, so maybe we put foodie items in here. Miscellaneous crap in here. I guess we're probably going to have to stack all the wood, otherwise we have to make so many boxes. Actually, might start terraforming. So we probably could defend against a swamp raid at this stage. But I just like to do stuff on my own terms in this game. Manage the chaos a bit. We try to use this as like the level, perhaps. So I'm putting my feet at the level that I want the ground to be, because that's how terraforming works in this game. Plant your feet and keep them, and only really move and stand on another bit that's kind of the same level. That makes sense. I usually do this kind of thing like late at night. I've done these kind of terraforming streams. Takes a long time. If I can get the terraforming done today, and then off stream maybe plan out what the hell I'm going to do with the base. Once I've kind of seen what my land situation is. It's actually quite high here, so I think maybe we need to go down a bit. So I'm just hitting shift to get an average height. Get a slope. So maybe we go... Maybe like here, this kind of height. Seems more realistic. Less work involved. We just pick the average height. It's also... We've got the luxury of quite a flat area here. Quite often I find these perfect meadows areas. Look how gorgeous it is. These perfect meadows areas, and it's on like a steep slope or something, and you know, it's so much work to terraform it. Hello, Grail, my dear. How are you, lovely? So good to see you. Hit me out. We make two terrace land cake. 2 terrace. Oh, you mean two levels? Is that what you mean? Interesting. Well, we want it flat so we can get a trench dug, don't we? I want it to be flat. I want it to be completely flat. I like to make a pancake situation. Well, no, a land cake situation. Yeah, I think we're going to keep the trees, otherwise it takes us forever. And then we'll chop some of them. This is why I've got my 2 hoes with me. I should always have 2 hoes, people. Very mature in this community. Can can always just raise the second level once the Landcaking done if that's still something. What is your vision? You think about having the house on a slightly higher bit of land? Is that what you mean? What are your thoughts on that? I want to make it kind of like flat because I like to be able to see around the place. I just want like a huge like blank slate, really. Sometimes it can be a bit slopey and whatnot. Very dippy here, isn't it? So we can also use some stone if we want to kind of raise the earth. But I'm going to try not to do that as much as possible. The goal is to get it so there's a bit of a land area where I can dig a trench around it and then still have a bit of land on the other side. Otherwise I'd go right up to the coast. It's so pretty, so like alpine-y. So I thought was to kind of go back into the trees over here. We just kind of go back for a distance. And then work out kind of what sort of dimensions we want. Unfortunately, it really goes down here. Maybe we go from here. I think we can pretty much fight off anything in the Black Forest now. And the definitely the meadows. The swamp guys, we haven't fought any Draugrs yet, but I think with this gear, we also leveled our blocking to like over 30. So we should be pretty decent, honestly, once we get into the swamp. But I like to do things kind of softly, catchy monkey, you know, which is a technical term, obviously. So I'm going to try and like raise this and then join the two just to give myself an, I don't know, bit of an advantage. This is just game music, by the way, in case you wonder. But this is just like a playlist I like to hum along to while I'm doing monotonous stuff. Music makes me wish Windrose Early Access was a thing right now, yeah. Valheim Billiards Committee approves. Having a house in two stories as well. Having a house in 2 stories. I mean, usually we have 2 stories on our house. I would like to do something a bit more Viking-y, traditional-y for this particular playthrough. I'm not trying to like oversell it because I know you'll still call it a barn, and I'll probably be disappointed if you don't call it a barn, let's face it. But more of a Viking-y barn than I usually do. Did you see the Windrose news? They're making it so that you can have, is it, I think up to 8 players. Which is kind of cool, isn't it? It's nice to have a server. It's just, it's more of a co-op rather than like a multiplayer kind of game, I think. They're also making it so that the loot that you get in boxes is randomized, and I actually really like that. I'm sure that some people will not like that, but I think that's a good decision. You want to, it keeps the replayability kind of a bit more interesting. Okay, I might get some stonage. Just brought these from our house. Thought I could hear a troll, honestly. Okay, so I do need a crafting bench, so we're going to move the crafting bench whenever we have to do this, because I want to reduce the chances of a raid. I can turn off raids if I wanted to. Just going to acknowledge that is a thing you can do. If you've got something you want to get done, you don't want to be bothered, you can just turn off raids, which is wonderful in the world modify settings now in the main menu. But I just thought I'd keep it interesting. Give myself a mini challenge. So I'm just going to kind of plop some stones down and then try to smooth it out and then see where the gaps are. And maybe I need to do a bit of picking just to kind of flatten it up in a kind of slapdash sort of way. I'm pretty sure there is a mod if you want to get rid of this dust that you get when you use the hoe. I'm pretty sure there's a mod for that. I've never used one, but it's like, yeah, look for the word hoe. If you're a person who doesn't care about things being reasonably flat, you save a lot of headache. But I just really like my Landcake to be smooth and you know, with a nice neat what's the word? What am I looking for? Moat or whatever. It's weird, isn't it? So yeah, maybe we do it like a rectangle with this like short end this way. The only thing is we won't know the kind of the shape of the ground or the directions of the ground, I guess, until we pick into it. Should we see what kind of directions we got? Okay. Oh, that's not bad. Okay. So this is our like angle. So that would have to be like front if I wanted it rectangular. So I'd have to go back that way. Do. It's never exactly as you want it. The only reason I'm checking this now is because this really, when you start picking into the ground, you can see the way that the land forms. And if you want really neat lines in your Landcake, then this is really the only way to do it. Unless you just don't mind which way it's facing. So it is sleepy time, so we're going to remove the portal. Actually, I might put the portal in a box. So I don't have to worry about it. Do I have a box? Okay, let's put portal stuff in the box. We're on the same island as our spawn anyway. So all I need is a fire. Here we go. Have a little sleep. Same playthrough. Weird it is as weird does, my lady. Hello, Nazco. Hello, people joining us. Hello, Sealy. Party conducive. There will be no carts. Looking up O will cause you trouble. No, I mean on, like, you know, R2 Modman and stuff like that. Hey, so... Can I keep my bed down? I'll take the fire. Maybe we'll leave the bed. Because we'll place down the crafting benches for... Oh, one thing I will do is I will give ourselves a little bit of a protection for our... for our fire when we have to plop it down in case it's raining, because you want to be able to be pretty quick about stuff. So let me do... What have I got? I've got a bed. So let's do it this side. Give some of the fire to escape. This isn't for cooking, this is literally just so we can sleep. So the fire's protected from the elements. Bum, bum, bum. But I do have to make it look reasonably attractive. So, no, we don't want raiders to judge us, do we? Those pesky draugrs. Alright, so we have protection for our fire, which means that when we plop down a bed, we're fine. Now, I could have a bed, like, elsewhere. You know, have one thing, like, far away enough, not in the same, like, radius of my land claim and whatnot, but here we are, people. I'm just doing the way I feel like it. Okay, so we can repair. We did that already. Okay, back to landcaking. Where are my angles? This way. Okay, so let's go this way. Hello, Min. Hello, hello. Hello, Richard. Hello. It's making me want to do another round of base making. I still haven't completed my picked basing kind of, but no, I'm supposed to be doing chores. Oh, standard. Hello, Tar. Portal in a box, the perfect gift for any magician. Oh dear. Hello, Rex. Hello, everybody joining us. Hello, Vaughan. Hi. What do I think of Valheim's terraforming compared to Enshrouded? So you have to take this with a pinch of salt because I'm so much more familiar with terraforming in Valheim than I'm Enshrouded. I just like it in Valheim, basically. So yes, that's it. I do think it's kind of cool that you can move like dirt over, that kind of thing in Enshrouded. I think that's kind of nifty. But apart from that, I just like it in this game, you know. That's it, really. Haven't really done much with water in Enshrouded. Sure, that's super fun and everything. Okay, we're going to take this bench with us. Doo, doo, doo. I always want more land, you know what I mean? Spoken like a true Brit. More land! More land! Do 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 do. So we can go like that way as well. I'm gonna need to anyway. I'll have to keep picking up and putting down my crafting bench unless I put a load of them, but that will defeat the purpose of avoiding the raids. Da-da-dum-bum-bum-bum. I'm doing things wrong here. I really should just like see how much I can level and then fill in the gaps, but I get a bit click happy sometimes. Bum bum da 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 dum bum bum bum. Do 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 do. I would like to do some streams on some mods like that I don't use in my main playthrough. And that obviously nice thing about this game is you can just have loads and loads of worlds. And I would quite like to just kind of hop in at some point and just do a little bit of mod testing and stuff like that. So I do want to make more mod videos at some point in the future if that's how you found me. Oh, we've got a pig's ear here, haven't we? Look at this. Do 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 bum 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 do 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 bum 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 bum. 2-star next, so pretty. I'd like to tame one. Yeah, there's a mod in one of my mod videos, more recent ones, where you could do that if you want. Yeah, I would love it if they would add more taming in the future, though. I'm really interested to see what they do for 1.0, you know. Bum 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 bum. So maybe we do. To help us see the kind of shape and size and whatnot. Just follow me the music, okay, friendos? You can hear it, all right? It's just, I find it to be useful productivity kind of music, really, for these streams. Do 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 do. Oh, I'm in such a perpetual state of exhaustion at the moment, friendos. Honestly, I'm going to sleep about the same time as I have been for ages, but getting up way earlier, which is doesn't really work for like more than a couple of days, does it? Before you start falling flat on your face, like, oh, I'm so tired. Squeaky, save me. My cat, by the way, in case you're new. Hello. It's got a nice couple of ratings you got lying around over yonder. Mind if I stake a small claim plants the flag in India? Oh dear me. Didn't know there were mods for Valheim. My favourite play if I mention adding mods to anything. Some people are just like that. I don't know. I don't quite know why. I mean, you can play however you want to, but you know. There's so many mods for this game. It is absolutely magnificent for that. Yeah, we still have that fantastic view there, don't we? I do like the fact that, like, the plants pop up, the trees pop up and adjust the levels. It's so nicely done. But yeah, I think if you've been playing the game for a long time and there's things that have just bugged you, you know, you're like, oh, I love this game so much, but I wish this or I wish that. I wish they would implement this. Then the nice thing is you can freaking find a mod for most of the things, you know. Goated modders. Do 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 do. And then if you want things, you know, apart from just quality of life stuff, you want to you want a flying dragon mount or something, you want to tame a neck and a greyling and all that stuff, you want more world locations, all those things, you can just add that. You want the ocean to be reworked, Not just listing all the stuff that's in my video, by the way, but those are things in my video. Some grayling is going to come along in a minute, but I don't remember this being flat ground. It's the strangest thing. We can also fix the way this looks. What time is it? 12. Let's get rested. So what do we got? We got just a fire. Oh, fire's there. Perfect. Yeah, permanent fire is a good idea. Because then we can get rested. Let me put a little rug here. When we put the bed, we can put the bed on top of that. Just to give us a bit more time. Hay fever season, yes. Constant sleep fugue state most of the time. Yeah, I'm in this kind of sneezy, irritated kind of stage of the year, definitely. Although I just love the sunshine, honestly. Cat's watching you set up a space from top of his scratching post right now. Bean the cat says hello. Oh, hello, Bean. I have a good friend who's a modder. She's told me several times just figure out how to do it yourself. Yeah? What, mod stuff, you mean? Really? Or like make mods? That's all very well for people who can do stuff like that, isn't it? Some of us are just not like gifted in those kinds of ways. Bum 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 bum. Do 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 do. Okay. So maybe I'm gonna put like these little situations here. We don't want to break our house. Anyone else find it very therapeutic just seeing the land just flattened? It's like smoothed out. It's like a visual ASMR to me. I love it. That's why I do it every time I do a playthrough. Squeakathon. Now you know why you're banished, don't you? Because you kick the door down and then you like meow at me and then you walk back out the room, which is really quite rude. She's screaming for outside the door now. She's like, I want to come in the room. I just don't like closed doors. What can I say? Except in a slightly high-pitched voice. I can't do an impression of her. She's like, ee! Well, she's like that high. Right. Where's my bench? I love just being like on the coast, in the meadows, by the Black Forest, you know. It's just, it's so lovely. Right, we're going to fill in this little section here. Get some more stones. The nice thing is, it's so flat, we're not going to have to do too much picking until we get to the, what is it called? The trench. I don't know what I'm going to do about my 1-star boar. Wait, there's no way we're bringing him here. But there were... Okay. I don't think we could get... I don't think we could get this 1-star boar all the way over here. We're going to have to try and find another one, perhaps. Because... I mean, there are a bunch of, like, spawns around here. I ain't trying to get them on the boat or anything. Jesus, more than my life's worth. way easier to do a nice neat trench if your land is like as flat as possible to begin with, so that's why I'm going to be a bit of a stickler about it. And I want to kind of have a bit of an idea of how much space I want, how much space we're going to need and use. Answer is as much as possible. I do like having the time on the screen, this My Little UI mod. There are other mods that do the same thing, but especially when you're doing stuff like this and you're like, it looks, sometimes you think that it's late in the afternoon, it's actually like mid-morning. Get a bit fooled by it, or I do anyway. Bum ba-da-dum, bum bum ba-da-dum, bum. Anyone have any predictions on when 1.0 is coming out? What's your like, what month do you think it's coming out? I assume it's coming out this year. Any devs in? Question mark. 1.0 when? Question mark. Anyone sailing past at a distance, the land mysteriously flattening and trees seemingly grow a few meters in bursts must seem a little alarming, yeah. I mean, when the world is like forming as you approach it, that's really creepy, isn't it? Pretty much because I'm an older Mac, amazing Valheim even runs on it. That's good to know. Have you heard any news on 1.0 or Deep North yet? I mean, I've seen the stuff that's been like automatically posting in our Discord, but I don't know anything I haven't shared with you. Find my workbench by looking at where the center of the circle is. So we've only got a campfire down, so we could put our crafting bench and a bed, then delete the crafting bench. Oh. Okay. Enough being uber frugal. Let's just make this a bit more sheltered. I can get in and out easily. How is it? Oh, it's too far back. That's what it is. There we go. Darn you, explosion mechanic. I know, we just put it too far back. Release for Switch 2. When's Switch 2 coming out? Do we know? Release in a month with 28 days and a name ending in "ber." Okay, okay. Inventory mod I have might break, so I will make my equipped gear inaccessible if the inventory mod doesn't update. Yeah, that's fair, honestly. Yeah. There's a gap in the market. There is definitely. Okay. It might seem like I'm going out my way to avoid a raid. And yeah, I am. Definitely. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. I don't think I'll ever get permadeath out of my mind, you know, in my playstyle. Even though I'm not doing permadeath, I still play as if I am, you know. And aiming not to die it's just a good idea in this game. I don't think on the first playthrough. I think on the first playthrough you've got to not be too precious about it. You've got to like learn all the ways the game wants to kill you. I think that's really helpful. And then you know, and then after that you go, okay, let's try and keep these levels we've grinded. Bum, bum, ba-da-dum. Mm-hmm. Do, do, do. Mm-hmm. Do, do. So we haven't brought a Verger helmet yet, or Verger circlet yet. I think before we go into the swamp, which we'll do fairly soon, maybe this week, well, presumably this week, we're going to be doing a bunch of Valheim. I probably want to buy a Verger circlet before we go into the crypts. We have found Bog Witch, we just haven't been to see her. So we do have a portal down here. It's not a bad spot here, is it really? We've got loads of swamp, we've got plains, Missons, Black Forest, but I'm tempted to go into this swamp over here to look for crypts, because then we have this location just like Haldor's bubble to run away to, which I quite like, the escape situation. Other than that, I really, even though we've travelled around quite a lot when we were looking for the trader, I didn't put portals down, so we still have to kind of adventure and whatnot. Otherwise, we do have some swamp here, which I guess we want to explore. I did mark a crypt somewhere. I don't know how I'm ever going to find it. I guess if I turn off... There we go, there's a crypt. I don't have a portal there, but it isn't super far. So at least we know where we can get our first metal. Bum, 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 bum. Alright, things are going fine here. So my biggest concern is going back to our other base in order to like move stuff over to here and then triggering a raid at our other base, which is entirely unprotected. I've got so many spawn preventing items there, like torches and multiple different benches, beds and fire and cauldron and, you know, portal and all that stuff. So yes, we're going to have a bit of a job, but all I want to do is make sure we get a bit of a land cake here, and then we can start bringing stuff over once we've got something secure. And then we can have things kind of set up here as our main base while we do our kind of digging and terraforming. I did think about staying where we first set up, but it just wasn't enough room, really. You know, it ticked a couple of boxes in that it was in the meadows next to the Black Forest on the coast, but it was such a teeny tiny patch of land. It was probably only really suitable for like an outpost or something, you know. A bit of smelting early on. You have to bear in mind when you decide to do terraforming that there's only so far down you can go, and then only so far up you can go. So you kind of want, if you want it to be kind of neat, you want to find somewhere that's reasonably flat anyway. Otherwise you'll find that you won't be able to dig down into the deeper areas for your trench, or your trench will be too shallow. So you'll have to kind of like raise the earth first. Something to think about. If you get like a really slopey place, those don't usually work out so well. Hello, Snowy. Hello, hello. Looking forward to Soulma's DLC, the Egyptian thing. Yes. I will probably make a video about that soon because they've given me access. Just haven't got round to that. I don't know when I'm going to do that. It's on my list. But I haven't touched that game for ages. So we do have a kind of a barrier here. We're not going to go as far as this. I'm going to check that these guys aren't starred boars. But if we unfriend them on cooldown, we have more chance of one spawning in. We'll keep the necktails for poison resistance. So nice to just do something like this, you know, it's so relaxing. Show me age, anyone remember a cartoon series called Cities of Gold? Really cool tune. It reminds me of Soulma's DLC. Someone will. Such a range of ages here. Funny thing is when somebody comes into the stream, they're always like, I am definitely the oldest person here, and someone's like, actually, and then someone else is like, actually. Hold my beer. That's the funny thing, isn't it? I do think that Conan and Friendos like skew a bit older. I don't know about you guys. I think it's like a slightly older demographic. Or just the ones that are chatty, perhaps. I'm not sure. just enter the chat. Running games are just stress relief, but they really are, Arkmander. Yeah, it's so nice and relaxing. Well, we're gonna have to clear some of these, maybe even just the twiggy things, so we can see the wood for the trees. We can replant this because I've got the plant everything mod active on this world. It's very nice if you want to kind of replace saplings, you see, so you don't have to worry too much about it, and you can just place them strategically where you want them. Very nice to be able to replace them. They don't give you anything apart from just wood anyway. The only thing I'm going to be precious about is like raspberries, although I can also plant those too. But plant everything. Raspberries, blueberries, cloudberries. I generally don't plant cloudberries though because I like the challenge of running into the plains. But definitely it's really nice to have a patch of raspberries, blueberries and maybe some mushrooms in your garden. I like that. Especially like to put mushrooms in my boar pens, because they grow back. Oldie, yes, Richard. Hello, Richard. You see, people come out the woodwork like, were you talking about me? Excuse me. Has everybody heard that there's an Arnie movie apparently in the works? We talked about this the other day when I was streaming Conan. Very excited about that. I hope that means good things for the game. Oh, you are, aren't you? Oh dear. I need to ban the number 42, honestly. The obsession is just ridiculous. Thank you so much for 39 months, Jester. Really appreciate it. Thank you for using your Prime here. Spending Jeff Bezos' money in my stream. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. I resemble that remark. The older part. There you go, you see. You see, give the older people like a couple of minutes to get in the chat because they're currently washing a cup or something. They're like, hold on a second. I'm on my way. I'm on my way. There you see. Oh, friendos. I think maybe survival games, like in general, perhaps. I mean, I do think there's maybe some of the like younger people playing the youth playing survival games as well because they have become, you know, popular. But I think maybe survival games generally just kind of skew a bit older. I'm not sure. I had to guess, you know. Something very kind of like therapeutic about survival games. Just like, let me just go back to basics, build myself a fire, you know, find my water source, what am I going to cook, sizzling on the campfire and all that stuff, you know. Them rascally kids getting into our relaxing survival games, that's it, exactly. I wish we could tame deer. Ha! Clean up our mess, keep our frames down. Or up, rather. Just let me reduce my frames. Oi, what do you say? Wait, let me put my teeth back in so I can hear you. That's kind of what I was going for there. Oh, that's funny. Oh dear, people. These early access are a game changer, really, aren't they? They're so good. Just like building them in a workbench and repairing them in a workbench level 1. So good. So now we might do a bit of picking. Oh, I'm out of bear meat. What's my... I've got 9 minutes. I need to cook something. I could go find a bear. Actually, I have seen a bear. Can we go and unfriend one? Oh dear. What's happening? And here I thought I was old. I was born in 1981. You see, you're never going to be the oldest person. Never. Never, never. So everyone's coming out the woodwork now. They're like, excuse me? I'm older. No, it's me. I'm older. Some of you are like American. You're like, why is she doing a British accent? Just making you sound more distinguished. That's all, people. Not everyone close.
Silma UK just subscribed for 47 months.
Silma, thank you so much for the 47 months. Welcome back, my friend. How you doing? You're just a few years older than my daughter that you see. Not even because I'm from a couple of decades before that, you see. There you go. Most of the crew I came with calls me ancients. I guess I got used to it. Yeah, it really does depend, doesn't it? You know. What time is it? So it's almost sleepy times. Let's do some repairs. We're going to go fight a bear so we can stock up on snackages. Bum 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 bum. So I'm gonna need a third food. Hopefully. I don't know if these prevent spawns. I don't know, people. I guess I'll just cook a single piece of boar meat. I didn't bring my cauldron with me. Do 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 do. Ba-dum bum. Dum dum.
Organic Home gifted 1 subscriptions to the community.
Ah, Organic, thank you for gifting a sub to Fox. Thank you, thank you. There's always an older fish. There is, yes. You see, you're all coming out of the woodwork now, friendos. Oh god, quick, quick! Don't burn, don't burn, don't burn, don't burn, don't burn, don't burn. Oh, the panic. Okay, gonna get rid of that. So let's sleep. Why does she keep moving her crafting bench? Well, because I don't want to trigger a raid, friendos. I'm trying to be crafty about it. Someone's going to point out at some point. I'm going to get raided, and someone's going to go, actually, you missed something essential. Okay, we get rested. We go fight a bear, get some bear meat. Hopefully don't get unfriended. Gotta watch that food, young. Oh, dear me. Like surviving going through exploration, base building, and being a loot goblin, dying of thirst or fighting not as much. Yes. Still has vibes in a game like Valheim for me. I don't know, put my pies out of the oven. It's like Calico Crit displaying my brain, yeah. I don't know what you guys are talking about. I've been 21 for almost 50 years. 72 in July. Happy birthday for July. Arnie, yeah, there's a new Arnie. Yes, thank you for helping me get back to that. I think there's a Conan movie coming out, peeps. Which is, I don't know, people. Good sign, maybe. You know? For the franchise and whatnot. Okay, so let's go fight a bear. Rested, it's morning. I did spot a bear over yonder. Let me eat my third food. Do you know what I should be doing as well? I've got my elder ability, which gives me extra chopping. I guess when we do more chopping, we should use that. So yeah, I did see a bear over here when I was having a quick reconnoitre. I didn't fight him, so he should still be there. There's also a troll that spawns nearby, who I also did. Well, no, I did fight him actually. This is the copper that we want. Let me mark this. This is great. This is super close by. This is why I like to be by the Black Forest. So I'm currently in the middle of a conversation. Do you mind? Is Leon in it? I don't know. That's it. King Conan stories that fit his age. That's the beauty of Conan. Each age is a different phase of a character. Yeah. Problem is Conan Exiles has so much potential, but I don't think with Funcom it will get there, sadly. I don't know, you know. I mean, I'm so obsessed with the game, I will take anything. Like, give me more content, you know, just allow me to just play the game, even in its current state, for, like, years to come, and I will be happy, you know. Super stealthy. Hi there, bear. Kick you up the arse. Oh, I didn't do that. Okay, am I awake? How much of a sleepy kind of daze am I in from terraforming? It's a bit early there, but I got away with it. I think, yeah, I can parry him. I just like the dodging. Well, that was early. There's my Heart of the Forest trinket activated. Come on then. Nice. We'll go have a look for another bear while we're setting up around here. given that this is our new home. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, this is we got a bit of a shallow mountain here. And I like a shallow mountain because I've got more chance of finding wolves, but not drakes. And then I like to tame wolves from shallow mountains, like nearby. So this is kind of perfect because it's not very far from where we live, or are going to live. It is obviously dangerous. I don't know how extensive it is, but I reckon it's just a titchy little mountain. As long as it has wolves, I'm happy. So let's look for trolls and bears while we're like looking for snackies. Have a bit of a break from terraforming. There's also burial chambers and stuff. It's kind of perfect, really. See what's up here. If that is forest, I reckon the trees have gone a bit kind of frosty looking. Mountain is the word I was looking for then. Okay. Trolls and bears and trolls and bears. Trolls and bears and trolls and bears. So we're having a bit of a family excursion here. Come on then, hurry up. Hurry along. Keep up, keep up. Just gonna mark every time I see copper. Da da dum dum. Bum ba dum bum. Do 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 do. Do do do. Captured the bloobs. There is a troll cave over there. And there's a troll! Trolley! Hi, Fredo. Oh, he's got a stick. I hate the guys with the sticks. Now, I can enjoy this as long as there's no brutes nearby and no bears nearby. But I don't really like fighting trolls with sticks generally. Hello, mate! Hey, no hit. Bum ba dum ba 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 bum ba 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 bum ba 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 bum. Do 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 do. Do do do. I think there'll be a troll in here as well. There isn't usually both, is it? We're gonna die now. Any update? No, I haven't heard anything about dates. I'm just gonna wait to see if one spawns in. Nope. Bum 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 ba da dum. So we're shooting trolls with fire arrows, but yeah, fire arrows is fun. I just really love the dodge mechanic. Super fun. My two younger sisters are definitely older than me. My two younger sisters are definitely older than me. Certainly feels like that's the case. I mean, yeah. You just talk about the fact that women are just a bit more mature at a younger age. Is that what we're saying? Doo doo. Okay, we'll get the shinies. I'm still crouching because I'm afraid that a troll is going to spawn in. Not that I'm afraid, obviously. I'm like just very respectful. You know what I mean? There's no chest in here. Interestingly, I don't know how helpful torches are in these foggy conditions, really. Okay. Let's mark this as a yeah, troll cave. I don't know what's over there. I guess meadows. Okay. Bears. Bears and trolls and bears and trolls. Here we've got some skeletons. The nice thing about living so close to spawn is that you don't have to worry about just randomly bit of plains, you know, because we're not that far from spawn here. Oh, this is very nicely intact. Hi, sir. Now, if you hit... Oh, hello, 2-star Freddo. If you hit me... Oh, look at it. This is lovely. Ah. Don't mind if I move in, will you? Excuse me. Can I... Excuse me. Excuse me. You're ruining my house. I like this place. I take it. Dun, 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 dun. The upstairs needs a bit of work. Look at it. It's very intact kind of place. It falls off, dies. Uninstalls game. This we've got its own little, like, porch situation. Whoop. Maybe it's a fixer-upper. So we can't repair the stone until we get stone cutter, which we need iron for. Pretty cool. Little room for squeaking. Okay. Any more bears available? Bum, bum, bum. We've got some tin over here. Now, if I had explored my home island better, instead of being so impulsive, then we probably would have found that, like, place we're building at a lot earlier on, wouldn't we? And maybe I'd be like, oh yeah, let's build here. This is perfect. What a great start. Blah, blah, blah. You know? But here we are, people. Okay, I'm gonna mark this a flint, tin. But I generally, I like to get as little bronze and as little copper as possible, and then move on to iron, and then get as little iron as possible, and move on to silver. Unlock the burial chamber. Let's look for another bear. We won't go too far. We're just to the end of this bit of Black Forest. And we'll head back. That is kind of also perfect, isn't it? But it's so slopey here. I'm pretty sure we ran through here. It's like, it's great, except for the fact that it's just so slopey. Not that I'm changing where we're living now. I've totally decided, people. Ooh. So we should unfriend all these in hopes that maybe one of them will respawn as a starred guy. We're gonna need the meat anyway. We run out of bear meat. I do prefer the pause for fighting. Ah, troll! Rested, not rested. Super stealthy. I'm not super stealthy. You don't see me. I'm not here. Go away. Go away. Here we go. Just have to yell at them. Please, original music. We're doing building day today, or terraforming. That's why I've got the different music on. Best at dodge roll. Managed to roll perfectly into their swing every time when the game roars through this little running man, Beth. Ah. Do, 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 do. Yeah, normally I have the music on, original music, but we're doing terraforming today. That's why I have music playing. Okay, let's go fight this troll. Have you changed your name, Milan? Do, 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 do. If I'm doing something like terraforming and stuff, I like to have a bit something different playing so I can hum along to it. What made you come back to Valheim? I mean, I always come back to Valheim is the answer, really. Cycle round. Oh, bear and troll. Oh, Jesus. But there's a 5-year anniversary update. But I've been playing this game since 2021. It's like Conan, I love it. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum. This is one of my main games. Never stopped. Come back implies that I never really left exactly, as well. Exactly. I never really left, did I? I play like loads of games now, and I do a lot of Conan and whatnot periodically, but you know, always playing this game. Okay. We got a bit of bear meat, so we can head back now. I'm going to mark that this is Black Forest over here. I guess we can have a quick look, can't we? There's not going to be super like loads land here. Let's just quickly check if there's any more, because we need the bear meat. It's nearly night time. We give it a bit of distance. Bum, 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 bum. Doing, doing. Oh, berries. Bum, 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 bum. I do prefer Conan, but I don't mind Valheim. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I always find it really hard to compare, like, you know, decide what I like the most. You know, it's really unfair to Conan on other games because I've just spent so much time in Conan, but obviously I love this game. Do 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 do. Bum, 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 bum. I think if I had to like compare how I feel about Enshrouded and like Conan, then I would choose Conan. You know, I love Enshrouded. I think Enshrouded is kind of huge now, really, like a huge game. So much more, so much to it, so much to do and everything. But Conan is just like super special to me. Is that another mountain, isn't it? Quite a high mountain as well, actually. Do, 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 do. Silver question mark. Maybe. This is very dangerous. Ah, runs away. Do 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 do. Ba-da-dum-dum-dum. We're just looking for bears for some snacks. And because I enjoy fighting them. Then we're going to go back to terraforming. Do, 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 do. Do you use any mod? Yes, I do, but quality of life I'm using only. And I have videos about mods that I use and how to install them and how I configure them and all that stuff. Exclamation mark mods Valheim, all one word. Or on my about, you're on Twitch, so on the about section of my page, you can see the thumbnails on there. Okay, we've run out of cooked boar meat. Do 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 do. Ba da bum 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 bum. Did they make a meal with bear meat, or do you just roast it? Yeah, there's I don't. Maybe is there like a feast or something, friendos? I forget. But yeah, you just roast it. I liked Enshrouded more than I thought I would. However, it was more childlike feels to it, whereas Conus is more gritty and feels adult. Yeah. I mean, I like them both. I just have like a special bond with Conan, I think, really. The game rather than, you know, the individual. You can have an army of wolves again, you could go on Squeaky. We could do, because we've got a couple of mountains. We've got a smaller mountain, which I'd actually prefer. No bear meal yet. There you go. Thank you, Numpty. Yeah, not included in the feasts then. Okay. Snackages acquired. We are rested. Let's just top up rested while we have the luxury. Do, 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 do. Dum, 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 I haven't used my elder ability yet. Do, 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 do. This one gives me health regen now because they've reworked the Forsaken Powers a little while ago, and health regen is like so, I just think, so important in a game like this where there's a cooldown for your heals and stamina pots and stuff like that. So I really like the Heart of the Forest trinket, which gives me health regen, and I really like the elder ability now. Apart from that, I do really like Moda, because Moda gives you extra carry weight for a period of time, which is bloody marvellous. As well as movement speed, right, friendos? Okay, let's make our way back. I see a bear. I won't fight one. The nice thing about the trinkets as well is you don't have to kind of pop an ability. You just have to fill your adrenaline meter, which you do by attacking or dodging perfectly and stuff like that. Just kind of banging. So it just keeps topping itself up in a long fight. Oh, hello, troll friendo. Why do they all have sticks today? That's my trinket activated. There we go. Bit of free wood, don't mind if I do. Kind of perfect timing. Take our coins.
Milankara 111 just subscribed for 28 months.
Milan, thank you so much for 28 months. Milan, did you change your name? You must have changed your name, surely. Unless you're just a lurker. Thank you so much for the 28 months anyway. Thank you. Has mode always been like that? Never really used Moda because I thought it was just for wind at your back. That's, yeah, that was the last sentence. Sounded better in my head. Yeah, backwind. Yeah, always tailwind wind sailing was what it used to be, and now it's like a bunch of different things. So yeah, they've definitely changed that one. I wouldn't mind another bear meat. There's all this black forest over here. It doesn't hurt to explore. Best thing is just to run into a bear, I suppose. A spawner. Bit O coast. All right. So we're going to get back around there. Let's head back. Those seem a bit low, guys, you know. Yeah, that's it. Just effective, what can I say? You call those guys Simon? Blue guys, the trolls? Is that what you call them? Got lucky in my Motor Mountain, found a 2-star wolf the minute I started looking. Last night my pack of 20 and I was shredding here the first time she landed. Really? That's very nice. I do love using the like locks and wolves and stuff. We always try and do that on our server in boss fights. We'd like try to do like a legitimate fight, and then we do some meme ones where we just end up with a bunch of like critters. It's very funny. Oh, hi. Okay, mistimed. There we go. Definitely want the bear stuff, so I'm gonna drop some things. Ah, what do I drop? Wait. I gotta really farm my block levels because since the Call to Arms update, I find I just really enjoy like dodging. I find it super satisfying. Thought I heard like a big creature, like a troll. Okay, let's head back. At least it's morning. We'll fight any bears we see on the way for the snackages. Did I not get his bear meat? Oh, I left the bear meat, friendos. Oh no, it's on my alt key. It's here. So, cease and desist. I think this is the latest it's ever been for me to actually build, like, start landcaking, honestly. Because we were looking for the trader for such a long time, and I just couldn't find him, and I'm very stubborn about not wanting to ever farm any metal without a Megan-Yord. In the end, we got a bit so we could make a boat and go sailing. But yeah, normally, I don't know, we just normally have a lot more luck with the trader. Oh, we know where we're going to get all our copper if we need any. Okay. Go cook some more bear meat. Get on with our terraforming. Excellent house. Lovely. Really enjoy that. Perfect house. Okay, that's where we're going. So we're not rested, so is it raining? Do, do, do. Dun, 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 dun. What was I trying to achieve here? Oh, yeah. Like, wait, what am I doing right now? Don't die of smoke inhalation. That's not smart, is it? Why am I... Listen, Smokey Robinson. It's because that isn't a wall, isn't it? I think that's why. Why am I smoky? Is it the wind? Why am I smoky? It's an outrage. Stop smoking me. Why am I still smoky? This doesn't make any sense. Okay. At last. Jeez. Backwind. This is doing a special attack. Yeah. Simon, seems funny you could go with Bob. I think Rowan Atkinson's saying it. I always think of Rowan. If I say the word Bob, I'm always thinking of how Rowan Atkinson says Bob. That's it. It's the funniest way of saying the word Bob. Definitely. Okay. We are rested, people. Seamlessly. Without incident. Bum ba dum bum. Okay. If we could find a 1-star boar, I'd be all about that life, because we don't have a 1-star boar over here. In fact, the closer we find it to where we live, the better. I'm going to try and manifest that shit. I love that you can actually dodge that attack of his. It's kind of cool. Dun, 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 do, do, do. Do, 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 do. Bum, bum, bum. Okay. Got a lot of work to do. Sorry, Hugin. Get back here. I need to talk to you about your extended warranty. Do, 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 do. Don't stop swimming. Meant to jump through that. We are in a bit of a predicament here with our storage. I don't want to throw anything else away. Nearly back anyway. Wait. Oh, by the way, those fidget things arrived, Kel, already. They're replacements for those ones I had before. Thank you for that. Oh, bear. Aha! Oh, there's a troll. I hear him. Oh, is it skeletons? Oh, yeah. Okay, I was looking at the troll in my defense. Can we do this swiftly, please? Right. Skeletons, unite. Against the forces of bear. And here comes the chaos. Everybody, stop attacking me at the same time. Form an orderly queue. Ow, that was my toe. I like my toe. What about my toe? Ouch. Right, it's being you now, blue boy. Ow. Mean. My health regenning itself. Beautiful. Chaos is my middle name, people. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Excellent, excellent. It's the ADHD buff. I thrive in chaos. Right, let's clear up our mess. Like good forest creatures. Don't care about you so much. Let's get anything. Ah, we're fine. As long as I have my bear bits. and Makash. Excellent. Well, successful bear unfriending trip, I would say. And also, probably the original bear, which is over there, will probably have respawned. Do 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 do. Bum bum bum. Bum 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 bum. Do 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 do. Oh, there's a house here. Ooh, exciting loot. Oh, did I leave this here? No, I only got 3 flint. We may as well leave that. Okay, I gotta remember about lack of, like, not having 3 spawn preventing items, peeps. I really just wanted to jump over that rock really seamlessly, and I would have felt really cool, but it just didn't work out that way. Life's just not like that. Whose house? Squeaky's house, obviously. Queen of the Black Forest. And thank you, Nightcrawler there. It's like every time you find a bear, there's a dick with a stick near. I know! Handle it with these R. Thank you. Bum, bum, bum. Mayheers. What are they? Miniers. Do 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 do. Do you know, I really enjoyed that Among the Trolls in the end. Because, I don't know if you saw that, I put a video out a few days ago. Because I tried it, if you like kind of mythical kind of stuff. I tried it originally, and there's how do I say this? Navigation, which is obviously a strong point of mine in real life. I'll just pause while you make your mind up about that. But yes, it is kind of novel in that game, in that you don't really have like a player marker and stuff like that. So it was kind of interesting, and had to find something, couldn't find it, gave up, and then decided to revisit it, and we streamed it. I streamed it on I don't know, a couple of weeks ago or something. Made a video out of it, but I really like that game. It's not very often that you play a game and the writing is as good as that. You know, the story. Oh, 50 in fists. Jeez Louise. A lot of punches. So yeah, I'm interested to know what you guys think about that one. I kind of want to play that when it comes out. I think the demo is still available. But if you haven't seen my video, make sure you watch it. Look at this little patch of land. It's so nice. Hi. So nice when the locals come to greet us. So we don't want wood in boxes. We're going to stack wood. So we don't have a crafting bench here. Put it in here, we can use it to repair stuff. This is where I discover that boxes are spawn preventing items. I don't think they are, by the way. So I think we're going to be okay. But we're trying to avoid having 3 spawn preventing items so we don't get raids. Okay. What am I going to do with this stuff? So I could do food related items in here. Except the bear meat, which I need to cook. That can be trashed. This is quick stack store trash restock, or whatever it's called, by Golden Revolver. I really like it. Which just gives me these buttons. Very handy. Let's repair. Will I be able to upgrade my clothing? No, I need level 5. So I think, what do we need, like iron or something? So do I have like a hide box? Where's the... We do animal stuff. We got a lot of animal stuff just from this one day, haven't we? Valuables. Portal mats we've got somewhere. Oh, I forget that I can actually see in the boxes, honestly. Okay, so I can repair my... Can I repair my bows? No, I can't repair my bows. Because they require repair station level 2. So I'd need to put a... Did I pick up any flint? I didn't, but I could grab some flint. Let's do that, because I like the paws. Now that, like, upgrade, as far as I know, does count as a spawn preventing item. So I can have the crafting bench and the upgrade down. This is a perfect place to get a bit of flint. I think I only need 10. Dun, dun, dun. Do, 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 do. Dun, dun, dun. So I've got a fire and a crafting bench. So if I put this down, it'll be 3 spawn preventing items, which means I could get a swamp raid. So we'll remove the fire temporarily while we repair our paws. Beautiful. Whose house? My house, I said. Whose house? Okay, now let's cook our bear meats. Dun, dun. We could put our flint in here. Do 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 do. There we go. Stacking them at walls. Stacking what at walls, sorry. Stacking them at walls. Oh. You mean upgrades? Okay, fire can stay lit. I don't think those little things count as spawn preventing items. What time is it? Sleepy time. So very briefly. Be quick, be quick, be quick, be quick. A little nap. Make it daytime. Get to terraforming. All right. Okay. So we could keep the bed because we're only putting down. We better not actually, because yeah, it's just easier to manage if I don't do that. Okay, perfect. Axes. So this is an area that we're terraforming currently so that we can live here. This is, we've like checked the lay of the land and it looks like this is like a line. So I'm just trying to terraform a decently big flat area before I start digging a trench. And I have a kind of not a base as such, but we've got like, you know, forge and cauldron elsewhere. I'm just avoiding it because I don't want to trigger the the Draugrs, because I did defeat the Elder before I do this. So usually I wouldn't do that, but I wasn't thinking about it. It isn't the end of the world. If we do get one of those, it'll be fun. It'll be content, but, you know, I like to fight on my own terms, you know. Okay. So I've got to leave enough space to have a trench as well. Okay, now should I start chopping some trees maybe? I might not. I might leave the trees, unless they're on the edge of the land cake. And I'm going to want it to be flat, like outside the trench as well, so I'm going to have to dig in a bit. It is also just nice to kind of get on with things without thinking about the raids. I mean, again, you can turn them off in settings. I'm just trying to do things without doing that, basically. Not that I care too much, but, you know. A bit more interesting. So I might start digging the trench. So we've got, this is like a separate piece of land out here, which I don't want to be, you know, including in my trench area. So it's got to be a bit further back in line with this, which this seems to be. If we dig on this side of the trench, this side of the fence. Is this where we did the thing? So I'm just picking into the ground, and I'm gonna do it reasonably shallow first, and then we'll dig it deeper. And I'm just gonna tap W and hit. Just keep it straight. If you don't follow this natural kind of line in the ground, which you can just discover by just hitting in the ground and see which way it goes, you end up with like very bumpy sort of lines. Do we include this as well, maybe? Bum 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 ba bum. Do 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 do. So if I get to here, then it'll go back this way. We've got like a stream. I don't mind if this collapses. Ideally, I would get this leveled correctly first, but we'll fix it. I've got to leave a bit of space for there to be land between the sea. I don't want it to go up to the sea. If I can just kind of go a tiny bit further. Game came down to the water to build a boat to try and get some serpent meat. 3 in-games later, the boat patiently waits as I fuss over my roof from a new dark fan of boss is definitely a squirrel, yes. Do you prefer Conan's base raiding being optional now? Yes and no. I miss the old purges. I realise there are mods for that. I miss a lot of old features that we used to have. I miss the old feeling of progression and stuff like that. I really miss the old raids, yeah. The old purges. I miss the variety, you know, but I do think they should have been, you know, I think they should have been opt-in. And, you know, work better. You know. Do 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 do. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Do 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 do. Dun 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 dun. Food. Yeah, what I miss is like building in Conan Exiles is building in different places to get different purges, like, and then like finding the places and feeling kind of smart, and like that you found this special spot, you know, where you can get what were they called? Not the Berserker purges, the Beastmaster purges or Beast Tamer, whatever they're called. They were so cool. You know, and then trying to get purge blacksmiths and things, and you know, I feel nostalgic for that stuff. I do see why they changed it, and I don't necessarily think it was a bad idea to do so, but you know, miss the old days, peeps. I am really glad that, you know, they started bringing out new content and they got new players in the game and everything, and brought the game kind of back to life, really. Although obviously we are waiting for that to continue at the moment. Trying to have some faith. Dun 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 dun. Do 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 do. I guess we're going this way. I'm being greedy for space because I know I'll want more. really ready for Conan 2 or Unreal Engine 5. Yeah, me too. I would take both, either anything, really. Absolutely. Let's hope that the technical debt has been resolved sufficiently. But the fact that there's a new new Conan movie coming out, I don't know, people. I think that's a good sign. Especially because, you know, Dune and all that stuff. I don't know, people. Can we have a sequel? Question mark? I still want to be able to play the original map, though. I love the original map. It's like home to me. You don't feel rested anymore. So let's put our rug back down. The hovering house, sis. Only doing you, Conan might light a fire under Funko, maybe. Yeah, let's hope so. I miss tattoos having buffs. Yeah, me too. Simple thing that made a difference. I miss having an entire left side of my screen with every single possible buff in the game. Admittedly, having them all showing on the screen was probably not the best because it looked really like ridiculous. But I loved that. I loved like the old food and stuff like that. You know, I loved like aloe. Soup being really good, and you know, I miss the old armor system. I think they could have just maybe made it so that your leg might have spawned in more frequently, you know, so that wasn't such a ridiculous grind. But I used to go and get specific, we all used to get specific armors so we could make specific, like the best versions of specific armor. I thought that was fine. I thought that was kind of cool. It's just it was really, really hard to get individual armors, you know. So, you know, they could have just made it slightly easier to get those people and kept the same, you know, search, hunt kind of thing. Because I used to camp the hell out of Sephiroth, trying to get all the different Sephiroth armors for all the different kind of like Aquilonian armor and things like that. I guess the problem they ran into though was that the DLCs gave you such an advantage because you could make epic flawless versions of them with, I think, any armor, wasn't it, people? Any tier 4 armor. So then you definitely had an advantage. Which I don't want any like pay to win at all. Just kind of has a negative impact. So maybe that's why they changed it. Original map and Unreal Engine 5 so they can expand it more. Yeah, an expansion would be good, definitely. June's alright, just doesn't scratch the same itch. Yeah, me too. I tried it, and I liked some elements of it. I think the shooting is kind of fun, but I don't know. I just think it's a bit wanky. You know, it takes itself too seriously, and I don't know. And the world is just so samey, which obviously there are limitations with that kind of world and universe, but if you'd give me like some kind of oasis to like aim for and build in and things like that and live in, I'd be like, yeah, gimme. Because I love a bit of desert in a game. I mean, I love the desert in Conan. I just don't want everywhere to be sand dunes, you know. So I mean, that, you know, the clue is in the name. I know that it is called Dune, so you know. This is a gorgeous setting for a base. It's such a pretty area. Did I leave my bench down? No. Battle pass you paid for once and in each month was great. Did you like it? I didn't mind the... Well, how do I say this? What did I mind about the battle pass? I minded the fact that you there was no way that you could have... Okay, maybe if you were really had loads of spare cash. It was hugely expensive to pay for the premium version of the battle pass. You know, for the to like complete it. So if you didn't have enough time to grind the kind of the tasks that they set you, which were like arbitrary things. I mean, I realized some people really liked those, and I wasn't against like daily quests and stuff. I thought that was always, you know, something they could have done like years ago. But yeah, I think, you know, because I wanted to make content about it at the beginning of each chapter, and, you know, I was like, oh, well, here, let me just pay to upgrade it, so I can kind of cover it in the beginning. And it's just like, it was prohibitively expensive. It was ridiculous. So, yeah, and I didn't really like the tasks that they set you, you know, just go kill like 3 cats or whatever the hell it was. Personally, I know some people really liked it, and that's absolutely fine, but I didn't like it so much. I also not really fond of currencies in games to try to avoid, you know, laws, which is, I know, a hugely popular practice in gaming at the moment, but like with Blizzard having their, you know, different coins and things so that they can say things are on sale when they have never been available before, you know, that kind of thing. It's like, yeah, no, but that's what it's gonna be afterwards. Oh, okay, cool. That's not how the law works. Like, you know, so if it was cash, you wouldn't be allowed to do that. So I don't know. I thought the old DLCs were great value. I thought they were the kind of thing where, you know, you got a good deal, you felt good about it, you were like, you know, make more things and I will give you my money kind of thing. I always bought the DLCs. They're always fantastically like good quality, good value and all that stuff. So, you know, when they changed their monetization policy, it just felt a bit dirty, you know. It was kind of a bit icky. So, hello, Uncle. How goes the Valheim? It goes well. We're just making a land cake today because I accidentally fought the Elder before making myself some kind of safe place to retreat to. So we're just kind of doing a bit of terraforming. I found this gorgeous location. So how do I want this? I guess we'll finish this one first. Have a little sleep here. Okay, I've just got the fire. One of these times, the 30 seconds it takes me to do this, it will trigger a raid, but too exposed. Yeah, that's fair. Let's fill in these gaps. It is such an interesting game, this. It's such a, I don't know, nuanced kind of, I don't know, full of interesting mechanics. Okay, so we have a crafting bench down. There we go. Make it day. It was expensive, yeah. Hated the FOMO battle pack. Yeah, that's it. Is it for fishing? What's for fishing, Cassio? Is what for fishing? Oh, this little hut. No, we're building a base. This little hut is for it's just for like repairing and things while I start my land cake. Right, so let's dig this way, I guess. We'll do a quick repair first, actually. Fours are fine, don't need to worry about those right now. No room at the inn, sir. Two different playthroughs I'm doing at the moment. Do you? Beating a boss, then the raids. Then the raids so fun. Yeah. Bazaar, I'm not sure is better. Yeah, I agree with you. I think the Bazaar is too expensive. Definitely. Found the purge easy to beat. Tactic was to hastily turn Xbox off and on again and the meter reset. I love that. Well, we always... The problem with the old purges is that people... So I was like one of the no-lifers on Conan. I mean, you know, through and through. And we would have to not play Conan for a bit to shrink the purge meter when we didn't want purges. And that included, you know, if you were playing in a clan with somebody who didn't really like purges. I think a lot of us have been there. You know, they're like, oh, I'll do it, but oh, I don't want purges on this playthrough. Like, okay, cool. So you'd either have to just not play Conan or just not play on that server or that world until the purge meter had shrunk. So they were like, and I'm assuming that they kind of caught onto that and were like, okay, this isn't ideal, giving people incentive to not play. So yeah, that didn't make any sense, to be fair. Right. Felt like a lot of room to play with over here. Do do do. Do do do. Ba-da-dum bum 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 bum. Excuse me, I tried to press Alt to dodge then. You never have enough room on your land cake, in my opinion. But the bigger the better. We're just mapping it out with a shallow trench first. Playing with a friend. It's his first time playing. The other I'm waiting for the last update for the new area. Which game are you talking about now, gamer? You talking about Valheim? Oh yeah, you're talking about Deep North update. Yeah. That's fair. We have to make sure it's much deeper than this, by the way. This is not going to be sufficient, but I always like to start with a shallow trench just to kind of work out the size of it first. We can always fill it in if we change our mind about anything. I don't really like to disturb these, usually. But I shall. On this occasion. When I lived in Conan when it first came out in Early Access, we were always being purged. Yeah, first purge I ever had, I absolutely hated it. I was furious because I didn't know anything about it, and all I knew was that we were on the like a wrong side, like random part of the map, and it just said like pirates are scouting or something. And we were like, what is that about? And we ignored it. And then the next time it happened, we were at the base and it said it, and it was like, what's happening now? And then yeah, basically my disgusting sandstone box got absolutely destroyed, and I loved my disgusting sandstone box. It was literally a box with like loads of windows. It was the most awful thing you've ever seen. And yeah, I was just furious. I was like, oh, I don't want to play this. And then we discovered you could turn off the purge. So then we did. And then it was only when I started playing on officials that I started participating in the purge, and actually, like, eventually when I knew the game really well, I really, really liked it. such a purge kind of hunter. Right, I suppose this is enough, isn't it? We can always extend it if we want to. Nice thing about this area. Got a big piece of flat land. Do 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 do. Ba 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 bum. The upgraded battle pass was bad, yeah. And you would end up buying something, and then you wouldn't be able to have access to all the things that you'd bought, which I know is the whole purpose of a battle pass. And don't trust me, I have bought battle passes in Overwatch, and you know I hate myself for it. Do you know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. Bits and pieces from the DLC they now sell in the bazaar made me so much. Oh, from the battle pass. I mean, I think that's great because lots of people weren't able to get the battle pass, and we were clamoring for them to bundle it and put it into the bazaar. But I hear you, like, as somebody who you felt like you were getting something special and it was important to get it at the time. I mean, you know, this is the thing, really. I get that totally. Well, Alice Tipster is just not played. We know why. Stormglass, which I paid for with the DLC, and I'll sell the archpot from the top of the window. Now sold in the bazaar. Well, they made add-ons for the Sipter, like Stormglass stuff. Sorry, by the way, if you like Valheim and you don't know anything about Conan, we're just kind of like people in this community play both games, so we talk about multiple things here. By all means, bring up something about Valheim, and we'll talk about that as well. But yeah, I mean, not all of them, but a lot of the building sets, they've brought out add-ons which they put in the bazaar, which I'm happy about, really. You know, as long as things aren't, you know, insultingly expensive, which sometimes they are, well, quite often they are. But yeah, I mean, I think the art department does such a incredible job, and it's nice to have pieces for old DLCs that are popular, and I think that's cool. Bum, 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 bum. Do, 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 dun, 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 dun. Do, 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 do. Just lowering this section now. I don't play Conan, but I still like hearing about it and how it's progressed. Maybe someday I'll play it. Yeah, that's fair enough. It's a good game, honestly. I think it's held up pretty well. Very buggy. I only started playing Conan last year, so I'm glad I at least got the offer to get items I couldn't have got otherwise. Yeah, absolutely. I think it is good for the community as a whole. To offer the old battle pass stuff, especially because, you know, they made the stuff, and it's crazy for people to never be able to get it. I think that's very frustrating. But equally, I do get people being like, hey, I thought I was getting something that was special and time-based, you know. I just don't think things should be like FOMO and time-based in the first place, really. No, I think maybe like event stuff, perhaps. I think that's cool. Give people a reason to play during a certain time and they can do something to get something. But then you really need to make the items you get from those things account bound, like Sacred Hunt stuff. I would like that to be account bound, personally. And I think it's fine if people want to spawn the stuff in single player, then fine, you know. If people prefer to do that than actually play the game, then why not? Who cares? You know, if that's the argument against it. Oh, I just love this little view. It's so pretty. I know I keep saying that, but it just makes me so happy. I love it when we find like a base location that feels really, really lovely. Okay. Bum bum bum. Do do do. Do 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 do. I think we've got a decent sized land cake here, people. The thing is, I always like to have like a porch and stuff on my buildings and whatnot. So you end up with less room than you think you've got. And then if you want to keep your animals in the inside and you want to have, you know, within on your land cake. So this is a private property now at this point. Yeah, if you want to have like buildings for your boars and wolves and things, then you need a bit more extra space for that. So how far over are we going? We haven't gone this way yet. Do 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 do. I don't want to ruin this little river thing here. So maybe we use this. Right, you can fight me, but I'm not going to chase you. Da da dum dum. Do 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 do. Bum 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 bum. Do 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 do. I just love the cozy feeling of having a section that's got a moat around it. It just feels very comfortable. I really like it. I mean, and I tend to go out to fight enemies, like especially if we get like when we get the troll raids and stuff like that. I usually leave my base, go outside and fight them and whatever. But then I also like the fact that I've got a reasonable amount of peace of mind that they're not destroying my house while I fight one of them or something, you know. Just feels a bit more comfy. Get this rock, I guess. Oh, 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 oh. Praise me, I have laundry and dishes running while the stream is going. I'm so productive. Excellent. Congratulations. There is loot, Edge. There is, yes. In the circles. Guilt of online purchases usually melts away once you wear the new smart outfit. Yeah. I think to myself, if only I could have the money back that I've spent in Overwatch over the years. But then I'm like, you know, I did like the skins and stuff like that. But I miss the loot boxes, which I don't think I'd ever thought I would say. Because, you know, playing events and stuff in Overwatch was always so fun. Because you're like, if I play enough, I'll get all these skins and things, you know. Now it's like, you just kind of... We used to have all the skins. Like, you'd collect all the skins and everything for all the characters for every event. And now it's like, well, I'll just get them for my main character. And my the 3 people maybe that I've main. And then it's like... Well, actually, now I probably should only get the one that I play the most. And I don't know. It's just taking some of the joy out of it, especially in a game where a lot of the excitement was around the stuff they made for events, you know? And that's the only kind of exciting, like, thing that happens. Dun, 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 dun. I probably have... If not the same, well, probably about the same amount of time in Overwatch as I do in Conan, by the way, which is why you'll hear me referencing it quite a lot. I don't stream it usually, but I play that in my spare time, basically. Wait, can I put this here? Bum 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 bum. Do 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 do. You still hear the music? It's a bit quieter now. It's alright. That's lovely. Ba-bum bum ba-da-dum bum. Gotta use our pick now, unfortunately. Get this flat. Ideally, we go in a straight line. We just knock down these areas that are a bit high. Why don't loot all that mats? We're going to. All these stones, we're going to. Which most games were like the finals BP model, or battle pass model, where it stays there once it swaps a new one. You can make progress from both the old battle pass and the new one. Really interesting. Voice is warm and pleasant to listen to. Thank you. Is it safe to feed ducks chips? Is my question to you. Wait, what are we supposed to feed them now? Not bread. Seeds? Is that what we're supposed to feed ducks? Also, don't waste chips. Give me chips. These are my main thoughts about it. Listening to the waves and the seagulls. Yeah, lovely. Okay, we may as well have a little sleep. We'll finish this little section and hopefully get our outline of our trench finished. Did I leave them? We're going to pick up this crafting bench. Being careful not to have 3 spawn preventing items. You can leave that box there. Yep, he's coming over, isn't he? It's a new swine. You are interfering with my bedtime. Outrage. I think you're supposed to feed ducks fish fingers. That's funny. They're waterfowl, so yeah, chips are not good for them unless on the rare occasions you feed them ruffles. Yeah, ruffles are obviously a health food for ducks, definitely. I've had such a productive and creative day today. I'm tired now, so I'm going to leave. Say hi to food and my pillow and catch up with this when it's uploaded. Plus I will hype it for your enjoy. Thank you, lovely. Appreciate that. Have a pleasant rest of your evening. Thanks for hanging out. Right. Get this little mischievous corner sorted, shall we?
Hello.
Hello. It's me. Hello, hello. It's me, Adele. Right. Let's break any of these little lumps and bumps. I could get rid of the trees, it'd be a lot easier to smooth it out. Okay, we do want to get a 1-star boar right next to our house. So I'm going to try and unfriend these all as often as possible. Of course, the fog is causing us problems, as usual. Okay, am I just going to start digging over? Is that where we're going to dig from? Dun, da, da, dun, da, da, dun, da, da, dun. I'm going to go from here. This might be further out. We'll just tidy it up as we go along if we need to. I'm going to ask you the trees were going to be kept, especially since you can just replant them if you want to. We'll leave the ones that we can leave until they're in the way of like house building and stuff. If only to keep our Viking skin out of the sunlight. But yeah, I mean, we can definitely replace them. Well, because we're near the river now, we're getting into watery territory. Bum 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 bum. Today we batter, tomorrow we decorate the cake. Yeah. Do 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 do. Cake. Do 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 do. Bum 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 bum. It's lovely, this kind of thing. It just kind of put your brain into kind of rest mode. Just do something repetitive. Humming to music. It's like super therapeutic to me. What's the plan? Are you preparing for future lands? Yeah, this is going to be the main base. Finally, I decided where to build, and I'm just kind of like sorting out the foundations basically, and then there'll be a big base here. Basically, with this gorgeous like sea area and all that stuff. And the main goal is to make it reasonably secure from Draugr, so that when I move my crafting benches and everything over here and all my loot, I can control the raids, kind of like fight them on my own terms, basically. I just like to have a land cake. And then, you know, for future raids as well, obviously. It's nice against trolls and stuff too. Ooh. Pick up like this near shore and it filled with water and it was all safe from raids. Yeah, even without the water it's still safe from raids, but it is very nice when it fills with water. I have mixed feelings about it though. I kind of like it when there's no water in it because it's a lot easier to hop in and out and stuff. Still haven't used my elder ability, and which gives me chop. I'm just acknowledging that. I realised I haven't used it yet. It's because I'm only cutting the occasional tree. And I kind of like to save it for the regen, really. What does a cake made from land taste like? Earthy. Numpty. Earthy. Bit gritty. The occasional bug. But, you know, extra protein, right? Try to take your fingers. I don't know about fish, ducks, that is, especially. Yeah, geese. Mm-hmm. Do 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 do. Yeah, people feed ducks a lot in this country, but they used to feed them bread, and then there was a big campaign to stop feeding them that because it's not their proper food. So now people take seeds and stuff to parks, I think, which is quite nice. Do 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 do. Bum 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 bada bum bum bum. Do 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 do. That's the outline started. To get a bit deeper now, we better repair our picks. Dum, da, da, dum. This a new lily-livered. Excuse me. Right, I'm not following you to fight you, you Wally. Dun, 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 do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Okay, let's get this a bit deeper. A good test is going to be, will a neck follow you onto your land cake? If you want to know if your sides are deep enough or steep. That's the word I'm looking for. Hello, Tem. This is not just a land cake, this is a long caterpillar cake. Ooh, I do like a caterpillar cake. Tastes like ground beef. If you have a cold, absolutely, it tastes like beef. You close your eyes. This is a moat, or are you digging out a base? A moat. Yeah. Trying to keep it at a height where I can still stand and hold my pick. So I'm not using a mod for that.
Jackal just subscribed with Prime.
Jackal, thank you so much for the Prime. Welcome, welcome. We're not rested. Okay, let's get out. First leap across the moat, successful. Okay, we got a fire here. We can just crouch. Oh, oh, oh. To cook a piece of boar meat as well after this. There we go. Beautiful. Okay, I don't have a crafting bench down. I can cook this. Do I have any more meat, actually? Meat, 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 meat. Meat, meat, meat. No. Yes. I'm not going to cook the deer meat because we're going to use that to make deer stew. Just do a couple of pieces of this. Just to keep us going. Do 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 do. Beautiful. Okay, well, I better fix my stuff, hadn't I? Okay. Onwards. New York style vanilla cheesecake could go for some of that. I love cheesecake. So nice. Had a really nice when was it? Was it around my birthday? It was before my birthday. Had some really nice chocolate cheesecake from Tesco. British vendors will know what I'm talking about there, and everyone else maybe not. It was like a glass, what was it, like a mirror top chocolate cheesecake thing, glaze. Oh my god, it was really good. Really liked it. Highly recommended. Do do do. Sit. Could you stop making weird noises when I'm digging? You're ruining my vibe. Oh, he's so excited. Goodbye, sir. Squeaky, I hear you outside the door. I'm still not getting up. I know I am your official door person, but, you know, everybody needs a break. do, 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 do. Doo-doo. Oh, it's too late to drink coffee, isn't it? She says, sipping coffee. Ah. Oh, the joys, people. Do-do. Do-do-do-do. So because this land cake is so big, we're going to have to make sure we spawn proof it, like across the way. We can put a bunch of crafting benches down, or we just put some torches, like evenly spaced, to decide what to do, really. Quite often I like to put like crafting benches in the corners of my base. The only thing about that is it will prevent spawns outside in a big radius. Do that, so depending on whether you want spawns or not, that can be a good idea. Never too late for coffee. I would have it intravenously if I could. Yeah, I did read that decaf was actually bad for you because the process of like removing the caffeine was bad for you. Otherwise, I would probably drink decaf a bit later on. But yeah, I love coffee so much. Doing in my moat, brother. Oh, so sorry. He walked into it. What can I say? It wasn't me. Oh, another candidate. Oh. Don't you mess up my moat. Don't you mess up my moat. You messed up my moat! Okay, we have to restart the game, people. The world is ruined. Look at that swine. Look at that. Right, let's sleep and then have a cry and then we'll fix it. What a swine. Let's fix our tools first. I'm gonna get rested first as well. Doo-doo. Doo-doo. Well, we'll rest while we sleep, I guess. And sleep times. Favourite coffee once worst 5 minutes of my life, said my co-workers. Yeah. Corners of the base where the cookies are hidden. Trouble is here. Bum, bum, bum. I think this reminds me a bit of my very first base on my very first playthrough. Remember there were like loads of trees like this. It was a very wooded kind of area by the coast. I don't know if it was quite close to Black Forest actually, I think. But the ground was really weird. It was like, I don't know how to describe it. It was just like loads of streams. It was like really weird world generation. This was my first stream game rather than anything else. Right, let's fix this little monstrosity. I'm gonna need my crafting bench. Right, that's not very helpful. Right, I'm not making the same mistake again. I'm not going to fight with my pick in my moat. Where are you gonna go, bud? Sorry. I apologize. He had an accident, and nobody knows why. To the cookie corner. There were no cookies in the corner, people. It's a myth. Don't listen to their lies, people. They're just trying to make it sound cooler. It's just like a very serious place where people go and think about all the bad jokes they've told, and they cry in shame. Well, I'll move the portal inside the Landcake, spawn-proof it, and then we'll probably get a raid immediately. And then, but it won't be, you know, at least they won't spawn inside the Landcake radius if I do that. And then we'll start bringing our stuff over. I mean, maybe what we should do is try and trigger a raid, like, we'll not go get our stuff from the other place till we've had a raid here, and then we know we're safe for like 45 minutes. Usually, quite often I'll fight Aether and immediately build a Landcake before we do anything else, as soon as I got my picks. But I don't know why, I just felt like fighting the Elder the other day. Do, do, do. By steep sides, we'll retexture this with a cultivator. Just want to check the height. Hello, sir. You seem to have stumbled into some private property. Thank you. I would say this is big enough for like a cozy situation. Do do do. Dun 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 dun. Let's give ourselves a bit more of a corner. Okay. Falling in the moat is just part of the life that we've just chosen for ourselves. So notice how when we do this, the edges are broken, like messed up. We have to go back in there and re-pick it every time we do that. I just want to get this kind of reasonably sharp. Doo-doo. It's pretty decent. We don't have to fix this because these are deep enough sides, but you know, I enjoy a sharp side in this these land cakes. Okay, to work on our jumping. Dun, 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 dun. So now we really have to like spawn proof this section, this place. How am I doing for food? I'm okay for right now. Bum, 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 bum. Do 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 do. Stockpile is full, my lord. Is it bad joke time? Apparently it's always bad joke times, Richard. It's funny when this section comes on, all the like stronghold, all the stronghold players all kind of start using voice lines. It's funny. Now to build scarecrows every 12 steps to keep the birds off the crop. No, wait, that's Stardew. Yeah. Plant some trees in the moat. We could do. Do you have a favourite weapon in Valheim? I love the silver sword. That's my #1 favourite weapon in Valheim, is a silver sword. I love the sizzle sound when enemies get sizzled, basically. Yep. That's it. I do like the Stagbreaker Iron Sledge. as well. I think they're super cool, super handy. I like using the bow. And I guess if I was going to pick a bow, I like the Draugafang bow because of the poison. Oh, I thought I wasn't going to land in the freaking... I'm just going to... The rest of the playthrough now is going to be just a series of, like a montage of me falling in my own trench. So, do I have enough... Okay, I have plenty of wood. So let's distribute some... crafting benches. Now we're officially eligible for raids at this stage. If in doubt, we could put some torches around. Bum, 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 bum. Do you think I've got any areas where we aren't protected? So now it's fine if we get a Drauga raid, because they shouldn't spawn in here because all these like spawn preventing items are placed down. If they spawn outside, I can shoot them with my bow. I need to move my... I don't have the portal. The portal was in the box, wasn't it? Bum, 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 bum. Apart from using the cultivator to like smooth it out and some kind of general tidying, the land cake is like it's kind of done. Oh Jesus freaking effing holy goddamn, you scared the living bejeebers out of me. Holy crap. It didn't sound like a neck. It sounded like a wolf or something snapping at us. Not that I'm jumpy, you understand. Holy. Bum 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 bum. Do 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 do. Torches all around the edge of my colours. Well, yeah. Hello, hello. Evening. Cosy Valheim Landcaking. Yes, absolutely. Oh, I'm out of all the things. Bum 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 bum. Do 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 do. Yeah, I'm pretty pleased with the kind of dimensions and like location and everything. I just drop my stag breaker. Get back here. So the next thing really is going to be to bring everything over from our other base. And then obviously we need a house, etc. and all the other things. Bum, 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 bum. no idea where I'm gonna place the buildings and all that stuff. But I like this view. We should get rested before we do anything else. Let's move this to the side. Beautiful, incredible work. Oh god. Let's get rested. Ooh. Hello, police. Hello, hello. I'm here and you're excited to see me. We are very happy to see you, police. How are you? I think a Landcake might need more time in the oven. Oh dear. Silver swords. Is that not Witcher? There are silver swords in this game. Silver swords in this game are really fun. Plant some trees. Gonna build a moat, but had to ditch the idea to the corner edge. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. Oh, we got a bit of a pit there. You can kind of get an enemy to just follow you around to see, like, test your defenses and stuff. I always I always prefer to dig a moat as my first kind of defense, because I generally, when you start the game, obviously we've been playing for a bit now, when you start the game you don't have loads of stones ready to kind of raise earth, and then later on when I get to like plains and stuff, then I'm kind of happy to do like raised earth walls and whatnot. Let's put a bed. Hopefully that's not clipping through. Nice. Home sweet home. Saw someone using silver arrows on vials the other day and now want to make some for the sizzle. The sizzle is just super satisfying. I like using the sizzle against the draugrs and against like bone mass and, you know, all that shizzle. Oh, a brute just popped over. What do you want? Yay, friendo! You want to live down there now? Well, you do. Oh, I don't know where to go. I'm stuck in here. What a shame. Well, friendos, thank you all so much for hanging out on the stream today. I'm going to leave it here. And we're going to pick this up. I'm going to do like a few streams on Valheim this week because I've got so much to edit. I need to catch up. I don't want to kind of produce any more things that need editing. So we're going to do some Valheim. We've got to kind of move all our stuff into this location. And probably we're going to venture into the swamp for the first time. So there you go. Landcake has been made. Thank you all so much for the support on the stream. Really, really appreciate it. And yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. Make sure you follow on Twitch, subscribe on YouTube, I'm on Twitter, TikTok and Blue Sky. Join the Discord if you'd like to join our community. It's free to do so. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye, my loves. Bye-bye.